My phone goes on. Great.
Hey everyone, we are live. Go ahead, John.
Hey everyone, how are you today? It is Thursday, June 18th, and we are going to have the next episode of our GROOVEKART 60-day challenge. Today we're going to talk about the product page. We're going to say hi to everyone. David, how are you?
Good, I'm good, John. I'm good, Donna. How are you guys? I hope you are stoked and ready to learn. We are preparing something awesome for today.
Awesome. And Donna, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So happy to be here, everyone.
Awesome. So, guys, let's get started. We are going to, let me just show my screen. Can you see my screen, by the way? Let me see.
We'll put it back. There you go.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Alrighty, let me just maximize this thing here, and I hope that everybody is okay today. We're about to start, and let me take a look at the comments. Let's see if we can find a couple of the people that, as always, are with us. Hey, Joe, how are you? And let's see here. Comments. Have comments? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So let's just get started, and we're gonna start with some news and updates. Uh, well, latest updates. We actually did an update with our internal user experience. We did some changes into the application into GrooveKart, and we spoke about it last week. So if you're confused by any chance that wait a minute, John, you did day 5 last week. It was day 5, but it was a little bit parentheses on the whole process because we had to announce some changes. So take a look at the recordings, take a look at all the actual changes that were done to the actual GrooveKart application, because if you haven't, you're going to be surprised, and surprised in a very good way. So take a look at that, go into the actual shopping cart, experience it, play around it. But also, if you're following up the challenge, let's work it from day one so you not miss anything. Because today we're going to talk about the product page. It is in our calendar. We last week, for the previous weeks, we have talked about the homepage, the settings, and today is a turn for the product page. Why is this important? Because the product page is where people actually sees your product. So we need to make sure that is designed in a very concise way and that delivers the right information. So, Mrs. Fox, I will now probably give you the controls for the screen in about a minute so we can actually go to the back end of your computer, to your dashboard, and take a look. So, but in the meantime, while Donna gets access to that part of the system, on the hands-on today, we're going to talk about, of course, the product page. We're going to talk about the layouts, the design, and the page features, the related ad items, other settings, and reviews. And we'll talk about each of the settings in a moment. So this is the product layout. As you can see, it's just a regular page where you have your product, your pictures, your description, your colors, your pricing. And we're going to talk about more deeply into that page. And we're going to have a couple of designs, and we're going to do the designs with the help of Mrs. Donna Fox and her store. So we're going to do that right now. So, Donna, do we have access to your store now?
You do. I guess I should have set up the share screen first.
Perfect.
That's so slow. Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. Last week you were flying in. Now, today we're at the right speed. So, no worries.
I mellowed out before I got on here today. Mellowed out. All right, there we go.
Awesome. So, you have seen this and you must be familiar with this at this juncture because this is our dashboard. So now, Donna, if you don't mind, let's just go to the apps in the bottom, that icon that has a little, I believe it's just like a little rocket.
It is a rocket.
And then let's just go to our designer app, where is where we're gonna design our layout page. So, I'm sorry, I think I gave you the wrong link. Can you click back, please?
You said the designer app. I think
Yeah,
you
I'm
meant the
sorry. It's
visual
actually
website builder.
the visual builder. Yes,
Yeah. I was
I was
wondering.
I was actually looking at the icon, but I read completely different. So sorry about that, guys.
I was completely surprised. I'm like, oh, I haven't looked at the designer yet.
It's actually being a long day. So it is actually the visual builder. I'm sorry. And I see that now we have a lot of people coming in. That is awesome. And now that we have the controls here, Donna, we are
Mhm.
going to take a look at the pages. So this is pretty much where you guys come in for the first time when you select the visual builder. And now we're going to start working on the page for the product layout. So let's take a look at pages. If you don't mind, Donna, let's click on pages. And you're going to see a couple of options there. The home page, the category page, the shopping cart, the checkout. And the second tab right at the top next to pages is the product layouts. So let's click on it. And now here, actually, we did two product layouts. I believe it was in day 2 when we talked about the creation of pages. So now let's just modify them. We're gonna just edit the first one. Let's just go with the default product layout. And you can click the icon with the arrow inside of the box. And you're gonna arrive to this page. This is pretty much the page where you have your products. Have in mind, any product that you have or you add to your shopping cart, to your Groove cart, will have one specific design. So if you have, let's say, several products that you want to sell, but in one product you want to have certain functionality. Let's say if you have a digital product, you can change the layout. In this case, in Donna's case, we're going to be selling paintings and sub products that actually she is going to actually create using our third party apps to actually enhance her shopping experience. So, what we're going to do now is take a look at what options from the store Donna has in order to maximize that. So, Donna, do you mind opening a second tab with your store, donnafoxart.com, without closing this tab, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Awesome. And that is a lot of tabs open.
What? I have what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 tabs
11
open.
tabs.
That's
Okay.
not a lot here. I'll close out the Facebook ones.
Oh, there you go. Because I know we're gonna start getting a lot of things in the Facebook. I closed everything right now. I just have my StreamYard, which is an awesome platform, by the way. So now let's take a look at the products. So if you don't mind, Donna, let's just scroll down and see what products you have available. And I believe since you did your homework a couple of days ago, you have 3 products. You have 2 paintings, right?
That's right.
And 1 T-shirt. So this could be a great base for what we're going to do today because you see we have a T-shirt product that requires variables, and also we just have the main product that actually she has been working on, which is her paintings. So let's click for a second in Galaxy Girl, if you don't mind. Now you can see here that in Galaxy Girl, and I'm just showing you this so you can see the differences. Galaxy Girl have something called the in-page checkout. This is a functionality that I will talk about it in a second. But it was worth showing it first because this is what you want to do if you have a product that you are working on yourself, meaning that is not a third-party product or is not a drop shipping item. Let's say you have something that you create yourself, maybe some crafts, maybe you're doing pottery or something. Just like in this case, Donna actually is painting. So you have this mug that you want to sell. You can actually have the one-step shopping cart right within the product. So you can actually just entice your customer to order it right away. Like, hey, I like it. Let's just not give them a reason to think about it, but just put your information and order it. That's why we have that option to create within the page the actual on-page checkout. Now, Donna, if you don't mind, let's just go back without closing that browser. Let's just go back to the main page. No, to the main
Oh,
page.
in the store to the main
In the
page.
store, yeah, to the main page, yeah. because I'm just going to give the overview of what we're going to be doing today, but I wanted everybody to see the differences. So let's just scroll back down, and now let's pick the other product. Let's just pick, I believe, the Galaxy Girl t-shirt, please. And once the product opens, you're gonna see that this product is a little bit different. This product has variables because you're gonna make sure that you have the options to change colors, to change prices, and sizes. So this will have two things as well. If you scroll down, Donna, please, you'll see the variants, but also you see this, the related products. In this case, we're promoting a t-shirt based on a painting. So why not present that product to the customer as well? The visitor will say, hey, she's selling that painting too. Let me take a look at it. So we have the related products. Now, these are only two options that you can have. And you can play with the page editor as much as you want, simply because we have that ability to do so. And we're going to go there now. So Donna, without closing this page, let's just go back to the main editor, to the visual editor, please, or the other tab. Perfect. So this is how one product is showing. And if I ask right now the audience, what product is using this layout? The t-shirt or the actual painting? Let's see who remembers. Let's see if anybody has an answer about it. You can put your answer in a comment. Let's see if everybody's following. And wow. Do we have an answer yet, David?
Yeah. So remember, there's a delay between what we
Yeah,
post and when Facebook posts it. So it's really hard to get that sort of immediate interaction. Best to ask a question and then move on.
Right. So let's just take a look for a second. Hey, I want to make a stop because I want to say hi to my friend Dwight. Hey, Dwight, thank you. How are you? It's an ugly thing that I have, that when I see somebody just to say, hey, how are you? So we do have a couple of answers. Lenny, you're not right, because it's actually only one product. It's actually the t-shirt. And somebody was right, I think was David Rhodes, that said the t-shirt is actually had the product. Why? Because he has the variables. He has the selectors for the variables, the colors, and the sizes. So let's now go to the nitty gritty and let's start working on how do we get this kind of page. So since we already have the page open, let's just actually add more stuff. Let's just spruce up the page a little bit. So Donna, do me a favor. Let's just select on the tools in the bottom. Let me just try to get a little bit closer because my screen is kind of small. You see where it says elements on the icon of the elements?
Oh, yeah, I see.
So let's click on there. And that's where you're going to see the options. And you see there's two tabs in the elements, which is the product elements and the product elements. I'm sorry, the general elements and the product elements.
Global elements, it says.
Oh, global. I'm sorry. It's just as I said, it's very small where I am right now. So it will be product elements. Could you please click on product elements?
Sure.
Now, all these options are the ones available for your product page. So if you click where it says media on that,
can make it a little bit bigger for everybody just by getting rid of our pictures. Not much bigger, but a little bit bigger.
Oh, that's
Let me do
perfect.
this too. Let me
Thank you very much. Yes.
resize my screen, which will zoom in the view. Better?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, what were you telling me to click on? Sorry, I was too worried about you not being able to see.
No worries. Actually, on the media, the top link. Awesome. So you see there that you have the video or your product pictures. This is if you want to add extra pictures. Then let's go to content and click on content. That's where you can get the product description, the long description, the short description, and a product title. So you can manufacture your own page using, the right titles. Now, cart and pricing. This is the option that you want to use to actually identify, of course, the product, the pricing of your product, the quantity selector, the instant checkout, and that instant checkout is the one that I'm going to show you in a second. Your variables, as well as the bump product or the bundle product, and the quantity discount. We are going to be talking about the last three, the bump product, the bundle product, and the quantity discount. Once we get, I believe, is day 7 when we do the techniques for improving the sales. And let's go a little bit more on the add to cart buttons. That's where we always have fun changing the elements on the card. So you see, you get to pick all the nice buttons and colors and different shades and shapes, so you can change a little bit the experience on the page. Now, if you click other, you're gonna see the last options, which are, I believe, the
Related products and
related products.
reviews.
I'm sorry, the related products and the reviews. Those are the two things that I want to push a lot because those are a big part of the purchase process for any person that goes to any website. If they find a related product and they go by based by the reviews. So now that we know each of the actual options that we have, let's just kind of change a couple of things in the page itself. Now, Donna, do me a favor. Can you actually just scroll down and let's take a look at what can we change in this page. So if you want to scroll up, I'm sorry, up. I said
Scroll
that.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see here, this is it's pretty much the standard one. But let's just make sure because we're missing something here. We don't have the product selector. I mean, we don't have the quantity selector. So stop right there. And can you do me a favor?
Mhm.
Can you grab on it says cart and pricing? Let's grab the options for the quantity selector. And drag it into maybe right up perfect, right above the color, I was about to say. So now this page, this product page will have not only all of the features that we're mentioning, but also have a a quantity selection. So now you can say, the customer can actually visit and say, hey, I want to order 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as much as I want. So don't forget to save always. So if you don't mind saving the actual page. And now, since we have a product with this very same page layout, let's take a look if it changes. So let's go back to your store and let's scroll up.
I refreshed it first.
That's okay. So it's going to take a couple of seconds. We have a little bit of delay on the feed.
Slow as molasses internet when you are streaming live.
Of course, it wouldn't be a regular day if the internet is not slow. At least lately. I mean, for the past 4 months, they said that the internet connectivity has been degraded to an incredible amount because everybody's on the internet, working from home, streaming movies.
That's certainly been my experience
Oh,
over here.
did you refresh it twice?
I did because it didn't show, so I stopped it and then started it again. It flashed for a second, and now it's refreshing again.
No worries.
So yeah, this is live, people.
Yeah, exactly. So, and again, this is the marvelous things about doing this live because hey, we know the challenges. We experience firsthand the challenges, and I know that when you're editing a product or 20 products or 30 products, could be challenging sometimes because whatever reason the internet is not working and it's not collaborating today, like today.
There we go.
So there it is. So
It
now
must have,
you
I was
see,
just about to threaten to stop the screen share and see if that helped me refresh it faster. And
no, it will be fine. You see now that one of the options that we didn't have before now is there, which is between the color and the price, and is the option to either order more or less. And I think we're gonna get 13 or 15 or 20. So this is the abilities that now we have in the cart just by dragging and dropping functions that we know are part of the process of every single visitor to your website. So you see now somebody's going to buy 26 t-shirts, so that's great for Donna. So we have now a different feature. So but now let's just talk about more about the related products. So Donna, do you mind scrolling down? Because where do we add the related products? So we actually add those two products because, of course, we want to make sure that Donna pushes the items that she's making herself. In this case, the actual paintings. But how do we add them? How do we actually make sure that I pick the right product? So let's just go back to our visual editor, if you don't mind. And in the same page, let's scroll down. And as you can see, it says related products. You guys are going to see every time that you add the related products page 4 pictures. Why? This is pretty much what we believe is the standard for the items to appear, and it looks somehow, let's say, flexible enough to present more than 4 products. It would be too much, but less than 6, I believe, is the ideal, if I'm correct. So we don't want to present too much options to distract the customer, but we don't want to present too little either. In this case, Donna has only worked in 3 products. She hasn't done her homework in the past couple of weeks because I know you're busy, so it's okay.
That's such an understatement these days.
It's okay. But how do we configure these products to show in my page? So, Donna, do me a favor. Let's just move the mouse over on that right below the related products title, and you're going to see the little wheel.
There it is.
And can you click on the actual related products? Perfect. Now you're going to see the options that you have in the related products. So if you don't mind clicking on settings, and then products per row, design settings, and color settings. So let's just take a look at, you see, you can have up to 6 products if I'm correct. So you can select how many products you want to show to the customer. But the idea will be a number that you feel comfortable, but also that it doesn't really overwhelm your visitor. So if you want to show 6 products, you can show 6. If you want to have 2 or 1 or 3, that's fine. But the recommended products, I believe, the standard, I believe, is between 3 and 4. And the cool thing about this part is like you can customize it according to where your visitors are coming from. So if you are working in a desktop, you can show 4. If you're working in a large tablet, you can show 3 or 4. In a small tablet, you can show 2, and in a mobile experience, you can show only 2. So when your visitor comes from a different device, then they only see certain products only. So they're not feel that they're being bombarded with different products. So now that this setting is complete, because this is what I wanted to show you, that you have the ability to show more than 2 or 3 or 4 products. Now, I just saw a question, and Lenny will touch base on that in a second. So now, Donna, please do me a favor. Can you close the related products section right now? The little pop up.
Sure can.
Thank you. So now we have the settings, but now what products should I actually put in related products? Where do I do that? Now, do me a favor. Can you actually click or right click in admin panel? And let's just go to the admin panel for a second. If you can just right click it and go to in a different window, or, well, it's okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. No worries. So we're going to go to products. We're going to go to my products. And if I'm correct, we were actually now building the page for the t-shirt, right? For the
Yeah.
Galaxy Girl,
Yeah.
right? Right. So right now we're going to edit the product because we need to tell what products are going to be related to the t-shirt for the Galaxy Girl. So we're going to click the edit button, which is the pencil icon right there, the very first icon. And we're going to go straight to the pay to the towards the settings. We don't need to complete the other steps because that actually happened already, unless of course by unanimous vote we can actually just do that. You guys want to have a little reminder of how to add the product? Yes or no? Just make sure in the comments while we actually do this exercise, and we can actually just run it over again. But in the meantime, while we get a couple of answers, let's scroll down, and we're going to select and we're going to go somewhere that says related items, related products. Can you click right there and click change? You see that the related items that I have selected here is the Galaxy Girl and the Beach Lady because there are paintings. So in the related products, that's where you can select any product that has something to do with the product that you're offering. Let's say you have a mug that says Father's Day, but also you have a T-shirt that says Happy Father's Day. So you can locate that product by just typing a couple of letters of the product name in the actual search. So let's pretend, Donna, let's just remove those two for a second. Let's just remove them. You can click on the X. Yes.
Took
Now
a
let's
minute.
remove the other one. So let's pretend for a second this page has no related products, but it is a t-shirt. So we're still selling the t-shirt. So let's just type in Galaxy. And as soon as you type the first couple of letters, maybe 3, 4 letters of any product, you will see the product. Okay, Galaxy Girl. So let's just click on Galaxy Girl.
I did. It's
And
added.
now, yeah, it's already added. So now, what other painting do you have? You have Beach Lady. Now, since we removed that, once we save this, it's going to show the two products that we already have there. But this is the area where you want to add your related products. A little piece of advice. In related products, you do not want to go crazy. As I said, you only want to go maybe 4 or 5 products, 3 products, but it will also go along with how much products you have for your offering for your store. So if you have only 20 products, maybe 2 3, and depending if it's related products, you don't want to be selling let's say a microwave, and as a related product you want to have pet food. You don't want to do that. As tempting as it sounds, and I know Donna Fox will have something to say about this, there are things that are not supposed to go together. So when people are looking for microwaves, they are not focusing on dog food, even though she's a dog owner, right? Because when you're doing when you go for your pet food, for your dog's food, you focus on your dog food. You don't want to go any other way
That's right.
as a pet owner, of course. So then if you click save on top, all those two products are going to be showing, of course, in your related product. So if you click save, now it's going to tell us settings updated. That means this product is being updated. And we actually have a couple of yeses in the answers to go over the product description and just to go over the product creation. So, Donna, if you don't mind, let's just go on the information tab on the top. No, I'm sorry, the information icon right at the beginning of the page
That
to the other side.
that was, but I think it hit the because I made my screen so small so that it could be zoomed in for everybody.
Yeah,
I've
you can
got
actually make it, to that is comfortable for
I need
you as
to
well.
increase my size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you decrease a little bit.
there we go.
So now let's just go to category and tags. Let's just click change.
I think I can reduce it now. I just needed to get it was so small. See that word information at the top? It
Yeah.
was hidden right there, so I couldn't. I got the side menu at the same time, so I think we're better. Make it just a little bit better
Yeah,
for
just
everybody to see. There we go.
use a little
All right.
bit because perfect. Yeah, so we have the category and tag. So guys, remember this is the area where you choose your category for your product. If you're selling t-shirts, mugs, pencils, whatever it is, just make sure that the categories are, of course, in tune to what you're selling. Now, in this case, Donna is actually selling original paintings as well as apparel. So she created the 3 categories. And as you can see, under apparel is t-shirt because she's gonna probably have leggings or maybe shoes or maybe some other product that has her paintings as the main feature of the product.
Can't wait to put shoes with my
Oh,
paintings on them on it up.
oh, and wait until you see what I've created with the idea that you gave us the other day with the bikini.
Oh, so
because
excited.
because I used one of your paintings, the one of the images that you actually had there. You'll see.
You put my painting on a bikini?
Yep.
That's so exciting.
But I'll show you the pro once it's in your store. And guys, follow the store once Donna is completed because he's gonna have really cool looking products. So let's scroll down, Donna, if you don't mind. And oh, before we move from there, you can create the categories. So where do you create the categories? Right in that big green button. You can create any category you want to name it however you want. Just make sure that, of course, is related to the products that you're selling. And if you need to actually address the parent category, if you want to do have that sub menu, you can select the parent category. Now, tags are used for to define specific products. So in this case, we can use the tag, and Donna is actually just create another category called watercolor.
Yeah, I just wanted to give it a try. There it goes.
Yeah, it's okay. It's right there.
Now we can see it's right there.
Original paintings, watercolor. So now before we continue, because you create a new category, it's going to ask you to select the category. And I'm glad that you did that because it gives me to do
Where?
this exercise. You see, if you scroll up, you see now default category is not selected. So if you try to save, it's going to give you an error.
Got it.
Just try to save for this, just for fun. Try to, oh, did you select the
I
category?
clicked it, so now it's not letting me unclick.
It's okay. You already selected the category.
And
It's
look,
fine.
I made the category twice. It just took a second because I didn't think the button clicked, and now I have the category twice.
You can remove the category
I assumed.
on the category page. We'll probably remove it afterwards. But so if you guys have the category, if you don't select the default category, it's going to give you an error once you try to save. So always check your categories. As far as of the tags, you can use it any tag to identify your product. So if you want to, in this case, watercolors, you can use original painting, you can use Galaxy Girl, you can use anything that actually defines your product. So be creative, as I always say, because the tags will help you a lot. Now, brand, you don't really need to select anything because brand is something unless you're obviously having certain products that has brand, you can actually use that, but you have to identify them. So it's not
So
really
this is
useful in this
T-Scape
case.
because it's a T-shirt and it was a T-Scape product.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. So if you go to descriptions, now here's the interesting part. Let's just click change. And here is the a small description is on top. The full product description is in the middle. So you can have a small summary description for the top of the product. So if you don't mind, Donna, let's go to the product description right now. I'm sorry, to the product page. Perfect. You see, there's nothing there in your product description on the top.
Not at all.
So not at all. So let's just add it and let's see how it will look. So let's just go back to my products. Let's just get this really Galaxy Girl T-shirt simply because it's really cool and it's made by an awesome painter. Hey, I'm just going with the motive of the store. We haven't even taken down that. And of course, guys, be creative when it comes to descriptions and short descriptions. Be creative. Use your keywords. Have in mind the long tail keywords as well. There's going to be, and at some point, I think we did one full training with SEO techniques, but most likely we're going to do another one. So, as a refresher of how to do this, because this is important, especially nowadays, that a lot of information moves just based in content. And like Google said, content is king. So your description have to be very, very nicely done. And as Donna is doing right now, she's going crazy with the keywords. So now let's just do the full product description. Let's see how fast we're going to do that because that's going to require a little bit more typing. So in here, that's where you want to use two or three things. One, use the materials of your product. Use the description. Use the uses of your product. So in this case, we're just describing a t-shirt. So hey, use this in a sunny, beautiful day so people can see my beautiful paintings or this incredible wood painting of a Galaxy Girl made by Mrs. Donna Fox. Always, and I just learned this recently, try to use a lot of names and adjectives to define your product, because that will help you a lot. See, material. So the product description, the product. Oh, that was smart. I thought you were gonna be doing it with your T-shirt, but I like that. I like your style. Love it. So,
I spacebar seems to be breaking as we speak.
oh, that's not good
That is not good.
because we are live. As I said, it wouldn't be our webinar if just something somehow is not just delayed or
Stop
just
saying that. You are cursing us. Stop saying
no. I'm not gonna jinx this. If anything, I'm just like I'll probably just do a joke later about that. So perfect. So full product description. Awesome, Donna. Let's keep scrolling down. Then if you have any upsells, but the upsells description, you're not gonna do it because that's gonna be in one of the last days of the training, because we need definitely just to have a full hour on a couple of things that people are gonna be useful. And I don't want to undermine the importance of the upsells and the downsells and all that stuff. So let's just go down to the search engine optimization, because I want to do this quickly because we have a couple of other things to cover on the product page layout. So here, remember guys, depending on how you log into your page, you're gonna see the snippet. So always, always, always try to log in from your main domain. In this case, is donnafoxart.com. So however your domain is actually added to your store, you can always go to your domain name.com/administration administrator. So you can actually log in.
administration, isn't it?
It's administration. Yes, I'm sorry. It's administration. So you just put your password, your username, and your username and password, and then you can get to the dashboard. Same case situation here. I am not going to touch a lot on time here because the meta title should be the title of the product, a little bit of meta description, and remember on the friendly URL, please do not use double dashes. That is a big no-no with Google. And we recently had a question about the Open Graph markup. A lot of people told me, hey, how do we actually add where it says your Facebook group name? We don't touch this part. The only thing that we actually touch is the title, because what we're showing here is just a, let's say, a preview of how your Facebook or your ad will look like in the event that you use the Open Graph markup. So if you take a look at what Donna is doing right now, she's typing the title, the description, and of course, if she wants to change the image of the product, she can do so, but we're going to still use the one that we have there. But that's how you change the product. And it's not going to appear as your Facebook group name. It will actually appear with your group name.
Or
So,
your page
or
or
your
your
correct.
personal profile or wherever it is that you post it. It's just showing you a mock-up of what that will look like, right?
Correct. All right, so now let's just click save so we can move along. Now settings updated, and if you can scroll a little bit down and we go next, save and next. Now product videos and product images. We have the variables, we have the images. So if you scroll up, we might have the images there for your t-shirt. So you have all the variables of the colors, and pretty much self-explanatory. You have more images for your products, add them there by clicking on the plus sign. And if
One
you
of
have,
the things I remember from last week is that if you wanted to change the order of the way that these images appear, you can click and drag them.
yep,
So I thought
that
that's
is
worth
correct.
mentioning.
That is correct. And you can just order them as you want, depending on what color is your favorite or what color is selling the most. So you can use that as well. So product videos, of course, you can add any video. If you click on the plus where it says videos, then you can add a video. And of course, if it is embedded in your page, we can actually do that, because we're going to show you in a second how it presents itself on the next page that we're going to be building for you. So you just need the video ID. So let's just click save and next. Pricing and variants. it's pretty much self-explanatory. Is how much are you charging for your product, and it's about loading right now, I believe.
Nope, it's there.
Oh, perfect. Oh, you kind of look awesome. So that's the price that you want to use. And here is a couple of things. If you have the wholesale cost or additional shipping fees, that's where you add it. So let's say uh, packing this painting is going to cost me a little bit more. So you can actually put it in the additional shipping fee because you might have to probably put it in a bigger box or maybe in a metallic box. I don't know how you ship your paintings, but you can actually put
In a pizza box, actually.
in a pizza box. Nice.
That's the cheapest way to ship a painting, in a pizza box.
Oh, that's actually clever. Hopefully, a new pizza box.
I did order new ones. I couldn't get them plain. They do say hot, delicious pizza on the front, on the top of the box, which I
Oh,
find amusing.
that's cool. All right. So you see,
I should
creative ways.
paint paintings of pizza.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
should do.
There you go. Probably, have the pizza companies have your paintings in the boxes.
That's right.
All right, so we have the additional pricing. So let's scroll down a little bit. And here is also a cool thing that we can do, which is the quantity discount. So if you click change, you will see that you can actually offer discounts by the quantity. If, let's say, somebody buys 2, 3, 5, 6 of the same painting, but in this case, since it's an original, Donna only has one. But, oh, wait a minute, we're actually doing the t-shirts. So in this case, if you want to buy 5 of the same t-shirts or from different colors, then you get a discount. In this case, Donna said 10%. But you can actually change it to a specific amount. If you go, let's say, discount 10, and then you change it to the dollar sign, it will be, of course, a set amount, not a percentage, but a set amount. So let's just go down to the variants. And if you click change on the variants, you'll see that since this product was created in Tscape, it all brought up automatically the colors that we created on the product and also the sizes. It will be identified on the color and the sizes, of course, and you can manipulate the pricing. A lot of companies, they do charge a little bit more if the t-shirt is either XL or 2XL or larger or smaller, so you can play with the prices. But it's a standard that you always leave the same pricing for whatever size it is, especially in t-shirts.
And that was the case in this one.
Right.
The 2X and 3Xs were a greater price, and in the previous session, I reduced them all to the same price.
To make sure that, of course, is more accommodating on the pricing. And as you can see, all of the actual variables are there. So you have the option to change the pricing. So let's just scroll down a little bit more and let's just go click on next. Save on next. And we're back to the page layout. So we selected here the layouts. By the way, guys, and don't know if you mind clicking all the way to the top again.
Yep.
These images are going to be there. I had a meeting with our dev team about this because a lot of people were asking questions like, wait a minute, why do I see this kind of empty space here? Once you create your different layouts, you will see the actual screenshot of the layout that you created here.
That's exciting. It puts a thumbnail of my design in, not just a...
Correct. It will have the thumbnail of what you created. No matter what you create or when you create it, it is something that we're working to make sure that you identify your proper layouts. And when you're working in a rush, let's say you want to have a promotion and you want to make sure that that product page has a video of the product, so you can select it because you can see it right away instead of guessing, or just going by the title. So that's another feature that is going to be presented soon. And that's what you select. So in this case, the way that you show and you select is once you hover over the default, or if you just try to click on the video layout, you'll see that it will kind of give you the icon, this little backdrop or shadow, I should say. So that's how you know it's going to
Yes.
be in that specific layout. But let's just go back to the default product for a second. Awesome. And let's scroll down and let's just go. Yeah, one upsells. The one upsells right there is something that I already clicked there, but we're going to talk more about it in, as I said, basically day 6 or 7. Bump products, the same thing, but related products. Here we are. You remember that we selected related products. Also, from the actual page, you can manipulate this one, what products you can actually select. This is how we started right now. So let's scroll down all the way and click Save on Next. Now we're about to see on the reviews. In the reviews page, you can create your own reviews. You can actually type them up and make sure they're pretty always. And you can also have your customers, of course, go into the reviews. That's how the list will appear here when you have the review. And then you can approve it, edit it, or remove it, depending on how you feel about that review. So that is one of the features that we actually added recently to the store. Now let's just click Save and Next. And we will see the finish line. And this is just the last step. Just make sure always, 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 because this is one of the top questions that we get into the desk. My product, I just spent 25 minutes creating my product, but it's not showing up. So you see right at the top where it says display product on website, make sure that the dial is on the green color. If it's in red, your product is not going to show on the website. So let's just make sure that we always have that in the green side because that means it's going to appear in the website. And another thing here, and lastly on this part, is the buy button and the embedded checkout. Most of us that have the GrooveKart, we also have Groove funnels and Groove pages. And this is how you can actually use the ability from from GrooveKart to put the product in, let's say, a funnel or in a landing page or a regular page. So you can create the button or the embedded checkout. This will provide you with a specific set of codes. If you click in there, thank you, Donna. So you're going to see that you're going to have options and it's going to ask you how you want to configure your checkout form. So the text on top, we're going to type, let's say, Galaxy t-shirt, maybe, or Galaxy girl t-shirt. And then the button text will be get this tee now or get this t-shirt now. You want this t-shirt, you need this t-shirt. Remember, be creative with your buttons. And you can select your button text color and your background color. So if you click on the drop-down menus, you see the selection. So, and then maybe for the background, maybe white or maybe yellow. Then you definitely want to show your product name and show the product image. What is going to happen now, once you click the green button that says generate code, the product information will appear in that specific area. So you can copy that code and drop it inside the widget for the customized HTML in your Groove pages, and the checkout will actually appear on that page. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
And I actually did that today with a customer that was getting ready to promote some of her products, and she didn't know we had this. I go like, of course you can actually put together your products, and she was ecstatic because she actually is about to release her pages, so it was fun.
That's awesome.
So that's how you generate the code. So you can close that screen for now, Mrs. Fox. Appreciate it, and then click publish. That's the most important part. So every single piece of change that we did in this product page, it will reflect here. So if you refresh that page, you're gonna see a couple of changes on the descriptions. On the you see the main page that the main picture that Donna selected now is there. Main picture, the main description is a little bit longer as well, and the short description as well. And the related products, of course, we kind of vary them a little bit, but it's there, and you have your reviews. So now let's take a look at a second option for the product layout. And this time we're going to just take a look at a very similar product, but we're going to add a couple of different elements. So let's go back to the visual editor, please.
Oh my goodness! Look, it put us in GrooveFunnels.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I didn't realize that was ready to go.
Yeah, we're actually, yep, we're
Guys,
moving.
we are moving. This
We're
will
moving.
happen soon. And the consequence of that is that everybody in GrooveKart, if there is anyone in GrooveKart that doesn't have their free GrooveFunnels account, they will be getting one because we're moving the app inside of GrooveFunnels.
Correct.
So yeah, it's right there.
It was the same reaction that I had from our customer today. She was like, wait a minute, are we getting connected? Says, yes, we are. Remember, the whole idea for the applications is being interconnected to one another. So it's one centralized happy family of applications with a single access point.
It really is the first step in something that is a more seamless integration between the two apps eventually.
And remember, we're going to have more than two apps. We're going to have, right now we have Groove Pages, Groove Cell, GrooveKart. We're going to have a bunch of them, right?
Well, we have GrooveFunnels and we have GrooveKart.
Right.
And those really are the only two apps. Groove Pages, Groove Mail, Groove Survey, Groove Webinar, those are all part of GrooveFunnels.
Thank you.
So eventually there will be one app, the GrooveFunnels app.
Yeah, we always get confused with the terminology because everything is so groovy.
Yeah, I hear that.
I confuse the terms and the way that sometimes I describe it, but yes, you're completely right. So
you're definitely not the only one.
I believe now that you're on your homepage, so let's just go back to pages and let's play around with the other product layout. No, let's just go to product layouts and we're gonna take a look at the video layout and enter that, and it will take us to edit that page. As you can see here, if you scroll all the way up, we have a product with a video under it, and then the product's title and some variables. Remember, the variants don't necessarily appear if your product doesn't have any variants. The same case with the titles. If you don't want the titles, that's completely fine, but you can move the actual elements. So Donna, can you do me a favor? Can you actually just go into the elements and let's go to product elements. And in this case, let's select the actual other right at the bottom. And I believe, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Can you just go to add to cart button? I'm sorry.
These are just buttons, right?
You're right. Yep.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for the actual, not pricing, but the the checkout, the one-step checkout. So I believe it's in cart and pricing.
That's where I would put it if I were putting it somewhere. Instant checkout.
Instant checkout. Yeah, that's another term that we've been changing a little bit. So if you don't mind, drag that all the way under the color. Or there, too. Perfect. So as you can see here now,
I have to get rid of this add to cart button. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome. So the experience is just dragging and dropping the options. And there it is. So we are going to have a layout that will have the experience to sell the product right away. So let's just save. More importantly, let's just click save right away. And now we are going to go back to our products and we're going to test out this layout. How about if we do that?
In the store, you mean?
Yeah, we're gonna pick a product. So let's just take a look at the homepage for a second. And I believe we have a painting there. I believe is the Beach Lady. I think is the name of the painting. Yeah, Beach Lady. So we're gonna look at that product. Can you just click on the product for a sec? And remember, guys, if I am not doing the mouse controlling and the clicking, is because Donna decided to take the challenge for those who are with us the first time. So she's actually learning as we go, and she's actually doing her website. I see a couple of new names here, so that's why I'm mentioning this. So we have the beach lady. We have a very simple, kind of quick layout. So let's change the layout for this specific product. So let's just go to our products again in the Groove cart. So
Go
go
to products. So,
admin to the admin panel. You can just click back. I mean, right click on admin panel and
oh, I
open.
just did it again. I should have
Oh,
opened it.
it's okay. I always try to do the right click and open a second window so I don't have to go back and forth, and I just change the tabs. But that's just me. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, so
Did you say products or in the visual builder?
it will be products. Because remember, it is at the product level where we change the layout.
Yes.
So we're gonna take a look at my products. Now we're gonna select Beach Lady, which is the top of the product. And you see, before you click anywhere, you see that all of them have different, actually, the first two, oh, you just clicked on it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Have an itchy trigger finger over
Yeah,
here.
today, you see, again, you're kind of speeding up. It's okay, it's okay.
Oh my goodness. Let's try this again. My products.
Oh, yeah, you could just click back. I mean, the back button on top.
I did and got to here because I think I clicked it twice because nothing's working on my end over here.
Nice.
All right, there we go.
So Beach Lady, as you can see here, once you have your product list, you will see what page layout they actually you selected. So you can have different layouts in the products. So you have, and you can identify them differently. We have the default product layout. You can name it however you want. So in this case, for the Beach Lady, now we're gonna click the edit button. Now since we already did a whole product selection, let's just not do that right now, but let's just go to where we need to go, which is the settings, because we're just changing the layout. So you see you're under the default layout. So let's just click the video layout now. Let's select it and let's just click save. Now let's go to the Beach Lady and refresh. Now you see that that specific product has the actual video and it has the checkout page right embedded to it. So if this is one of those products that you feel that they deserve the ability to have a checkout in the page, you can do that. You can do that with most of the products. However, there's a lot of things that you got to consider. When using the checkout product in page, just make sure that they don't have the ability to go anywhere else. Meaning, if it's an exclusive product, if it's a product that you are so proud of that you want to make sure that they get it, push this in front of them. And of course, you can also use a couple of other scarcity methods, but this is one of the best ones for it because
So,
you
as an
generate that.
example of that, like as I'm doing this store, I have a variety of things. I have these high-end original paintings, and I have kind of T-shirts and various other things that I'll be branded with my painting information. Maybe these high-end paintings where there's only one, I want to capture them right there when they're in looking at the painting. So that one I might put a checkout right on the page. Whereas for T-shirts or things where I want them to buy multiples, I would avoid using a checkout on the page and really rely on them going into their cart to be able to add things to their cart.
Exactly, because then you're not only generating more money, because of course, if it's an original product, or depending on how you can actually just make it happen in your store, you have the better chance to grab the customer right away. And of course, this will be consistent with the description. Make sure that you mention the words unique, exclusive, things of that nature, so people can feel more enticed to actually just go and purchase the product right away. So, and if you scroll down, Donna, because we forgot to show something, the video. So, of course, it's our video placeholder, but you can add any video there and you can place it even under, on top, whatever you want in the page. But again, this is to show how we have the several ways that we can present our products. So, and then you can play with it. I mean, if you have the ability to change, just drag and drop the elements. Be creative, but remember that this is one of the most important pages in your website because that's how you're showing your product. So that's why I wanted to make the distinct difference between using the in-page checkout and a regular checkout process, so you can add products and of course go to the checkout, or in this case, like we're seeing with Donna right now, the actual in-page to capture that order right away. Now, moving along, we're going to take a couple of questions, shall we? David, we have any questions right now pending? Going around?
So yes, I see that he's put some in the private chat for us.
Oh,
So
great.
let's take a look. Tammy asks, can I change my menu, but it only selects, say, coffee cups for the page? How do I change the menu so that it will select? So I think we may have answered this, but let's cover this again. So we have a menu that says, original paintings. We have, how do we change the menu?
So let's just go back to our editor. So let's just go back to our main page editor. So Tammy, we can address her question. And let's go to apps, visual builder. Even though our speed is actually kind of today and these past couple of months, you can see the difference within the actual app. It is way, 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 way better, and that's because we have improved the servers. We have make sure that a lot of the code is actually improved. So I am so glad that there were a lot of things done to the app because Donna Fox is very awesome. I just love your tagline. I just love your tagline. So let's just go back to the menus. Now you see to the left, you have a menu that actually says menu. I'm sorry, an option that says menu. So if you click on that,
Yes.
that's where you can actually just change your menus, Tammy. And you said that a category. So let's say you have the menu and you want to, let's add a new one. Let's just put category name. Let's just click new element. Now click where it says new menu. And let's just type in category name. Then, of course, you want to make sure that your new category stays in the same window. You don't want to take your customer anywhere else. But you want to make sure on this part, and this is perhaps where you need to make the change. You can change it to what says category, and then, of course, make the selection of the category where you want. Now, is that the only category that you're seeing says coffee cups for the page? That's where you can change it. Because in this case, let's say you have watercolors or t-shirts, apparel, so you can change the category there. But that's where you edit the actual element for the category. And of course, once you refresh, you will see that it will appear in your website. So if once it's saved, if you go back to your homepage, I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
have
it
not.
actually,
Did it save autosave?
yeah, it is autosave. The menus and the navigation is actually autosave. So if you just like refresh, you'll see that it says category name now. And then if you click on that category, it will take you to the category that you selected. That's where you
Which
actually,
is watercolor, even though there's nothing in that category.
yep,
So
exactly. It will have that little placeholder there. So Tammy, I hope that that was gonna the resolution that you were seeking for your question. And remember, you can always send us a question to support@groovedigital.com.
Next question is from Linny. How do you see the order of the categories? My products don't show up on the front of my store.
Oh, that is actually a very nice question, and we're gonna solve that right now because it's not showing in the front of your store because maybe you don't have them added to the store. So, Donna, can you do me a favor? Let's just go back to the visual editor. Oh, we are in the visual editor. I'm sorry. So you can scroll down and right there where you said original artwork. That is actually a little widget that is called uh, product list. So the way that you and Donna, can you just do me a favor? Can you go to elements?
Not blocks?
No, it's actually elements. You say where it says products and categories. You see where it says product list. Lenny, this is where you want to pay attention. You drop that in there, and you see that it says product not selected. So you click on the little wheel, and then you go to settings. In settings, you actually see two options, the settings list and the display setting. So on the display product setting, you'll see how many products you want to display in your homepage. Again, keep it as comfortable as you can so your visitor will have the good experience. We have four. We're displaying four in this case because we don't have that many products yet, but you can have as much as you can or as much space as you want. Now, in the product selection, you go where it says product list settings and you select the category. So any product that is in that category will show in the front page. In this case, you will have the option to show the beach lady, the galaxy girl, and the galaxy girl t-shirt because it is under that category of original paintings. So any product that you have, you can select. And as Donna was just doing, she can actually just also change the orders of the products. So in this opportunity, she's going to change the order. So let's just put the beach lady first and then Galaxy Girl t-shirt on the top. And just make sure that you select them. Can you just please check on the boxes, Donna? You see, now they're appearing. So even though they're the same products, they're in different order. So you can click save. And I believe you selected maybe four products in that row.
I did, but there were only 3 products in the
Right.
category. So that's what happened.
No worries. That's why you see the space. But I wanted to make that point that you could have as many options on products because you can display any category that you have. If you have 50 different categories and 35 products, you want to make sure that you kind of feature the products that are going to be in the homepage. So you can do that. In this case, just don't adjust the actual sizing. I mean, not the sizing, but the amount of products. And she's actually showing 6 products in total, 3 on each row. So you can add as many rows as you want in the front page. Again, another big suggestion, you don't want to throw everything in the homepage. You want to make sure that you actually pick the products that you want to feature. And I hope that that actually clears your question. There is where you set the order and the categories of your products. Uh, Now, my friend Francis, which I owe a phone call since last Friday, has another question. It says, if you believe you have a good product with good description and price, but it does not sell, what should you do normally tweak first? Description, keywords, and price. Definitely start with the SEO. Why? Because it's something that you can manipulate. The second part will be maybe advertising in Facebook, tweaking the location where you want to do the ads, tweaking the description of the product. Um, and even though it's related to GrooveKart, that question is going to be more for the last day, which is going to be where do we advertise and how we do promote. But that's the good starting point. I believe is in the SEO internally on the page. So you don't have to spend a lot of money tweaking the advertising, dollars with Facebook or Instagram, depending on you have your products. But that's where I will definitely start. And also, Francis asked if we insert a video URL to further promote a product, Does it mean that GrooveKart does not use a video player application? Well, we use YouTube as the video application because what we're doing is trying to make sure that everybody that has products, they use YouTube. And the reason that we use YouTube is because in YouTube, you have the ability to share the video, which we're going to have also in Groove Video soon. So, but YouTube is better and more well known, and you can use the description space and the comment area to put your product link. So, Donna, can you do me a favor? Do you mind going to YouTube for a second so I can elaborate in this question?
Sure.
And chime in at any moment because I feel that I've been talking too much.
Just realized you probably want me to go to YouTube on the screen that's being shared, huh?
Oh, I am sorry. If you want to go in incognito mode.
Oh, no worries. I don't care. You can see what's on my YouTube channel.
Well, look, he's a French toast, and I haven't even unlocked, of course.
That's right.
So,
you can tell a lot about a person by what's on their YouTube home screen. You'll see a lot of art stuff on mine.
nice.
Lots of art stuff and lots of Groove digital stuff.
So, and what I wanted to do was just click in any video, for example. You
Not
can
the
do
one
that.
we're in live now. Let's
No,
do that.
of course not. It will create a bad feedback. But as you can see, Francis, we use YouTube for the promotional videos because you can put there anywhere about your product. You can create a video and then use a couple of things to your advantage, which is the description of the video here could have the link of your product. Meaning, once your visitor or the YouTube visitor that is looking at your video, they can click on that link and go back to your store and buy the product. So that's the good benefit to have YouTube as part. And I do believe that Groove Video will have almost the same capabilities because we're gonna host the metadata. We're gonna host.
Okay, wait. Stop saying the word host.
Well, we're gonna retain. Yeah, you're correct. We're not gonna host the video. This is important, guys. Before we confuse, we're not going to host the video, but we're going to use and retain the metadata information of the video and other description from the video. Right, Donna?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to go to that point because I know that that's been a topic of discussion lately. So I'm glad that we're clarifying that Groove Video is not going to host any videos. It's going to hold certain things.
It's at least undecided at the moment and leaning towards not hosting video, especially for the one-time payments. So, but it's still not set in stone. And we use the word host willy-nilly. So I just want to nip it in the bud and say, as far as everyone is concerned at this point, Groove Video will not do the video hosting for you.
But exactly. So thank you for clarifying that. And but coming back to the point, we are going to be using some of that information to, increase your links. In this case, in YouTube, that's what I mean, on the description. So and the question too, in that sense, it says, if we want a video displayed at the moment of the page open, is it that possible? Yeah, of course. If you want a video to open in your homepage, you can actually do the video in the homepage. You can just add the video embed in the homepage. And as a matter of fact, I believe Donna has one in the homepage, right, Donna? Do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. So once they open, they can see, and this is in Donna Fox's website right now. So
yeah,
you can have the video in the homepage. We are making this as flexible as possible, so creativity will take over, and you guys can explore it. So my recommendation: play with the page layouts, play with all the items that you're gonna have there to maximize your sales, to maximize your engagement, and take advantage of that, because that's why the reason we are doing all these updates, so we can maximize all that stuff. Right now, I believe we have 15 more minutes. It is 7:13, so let's go to the next section right now. And if any questions arise, we're gonna go back to it. But guys, this is how you play with your page, with your product page. This is how you set it up. So come back later to this recording. We have the recordings in the Groove Digital Academy always. And we are going to have the actual slides in all the videos as every Thursday in the Academy. Now, Donna, if you don't mind letting me have the control for the display.
Happily. Yep.
Thank you very much. Now let me display. How do I show my screen? Perfect. Thank you very much. So, guys, this was rather the product page features and how to set it up. Now we're going to talk about something that is fun, and we announced it last week, which is the essay challenge. And this is what we're going to do. Donna, you want to take over of this part since I've been talking too much?
Absolutely. So the spotlight has been on me for the last 5 weeks, and we are ready to turn the spotlight onto you. This is just the first round of 8 weeks of building up a GrooveKart store. It's our very first GrooveKart challenge where we're developing the content and the process and system. And it's been a little shaky because we had a major code update right in the middle of it. So we're doing this again. In fact, we're going to be doing this 6 times a year where we do the GrooveKart challenge. And we walk new users through how to go through, not even necessarily new users too. You can be with the system a long time and join the GrooveKart challenge as well. So on the next round, we have 3 more to go with me to build out my store. And then on the next round, we're looking for the person who takes my role, who sits here and builds their store and gets bossed around by John as he tells you what buttons to push as you go ahead and create your store. So in order to do that, we are going to have a little essay challenge. In 500 words or less, send me an email that says why we should choose you and your store for the next challenge. Your obligation will just be to hang out with John for 8 weeks in a row and get some one-on-one training and attention that we can show to the whole group and use you as a bit of a guinea pig. It's been an amazing process for me. I know I definitely wouldn't have gone in. Hey, why don't I put my image on so you can see me as I'm talking to you? That's you. That's not me. Let
Yeah,
me put
that's
me on.
no. Unless you want me to move my mouth and pretend.
Good.
I will. I will never do that. So
Here we
never.
go. Wait,
No, that's still me.
that's the one I want. All right. So um, we just want to hear from you if you're interested in being in my role and sitting here and kind of clicking and moving through your process and getting a store done by the end of it. If you're having some challenges getting it together or just really need that extra attention or hand holding, this is your opportunity to get it and work directly with John and I and David on the webinars every Thursday for your 8-week cycle. So we are going to take these essays. John and I will read through them. We will decide the top 5 of the entries will go on to the next round. What the second round will look like is peer voting. So we'll pick the 5 best stories or pleas or bribes, not bribes, stories or pleas to us. We'll post them in our users group, and then users will be able to vote on which person they think should be featured in the GrooveKart Challenge Round 2. So the way that you submit your essay contest is to send me an email. Send it to marketing plus GKC for GrooveKart Challenge at groovedigital.com, and I'll put that into the chat. Send an email with your essay to marketing plus GrooveKart Challenge at groovedigital.com. And that is open for this week. This time next week, we will be posting the 5 people that we have chosen. So get those in before Wednesday of next week.
Perfect. So we know now is before Wednesday next week. Guys, it's a great opportunity, so do not miss it. I know that there's a lot of things to do. We're all busy. We'll have work. We have lives. We have kids. But if you want to have the showcase, I didn't use the word guinea pig the first time because I rather use showcase. It sounds way more elegant than guinea pig. So if you're going to be the showcase of the next session, So we can actually do that. Just send in your essays. And I am so tempted to say that joke. Donna, remember the joke that I told
You
you
should
earlier?
say that joke. You're allowed to say that.
No, no. No, because it could be probably people that live in East Los Angeles. So, and no, I'm actually showing my face right now, so I will look ridiculous. I'd rather not say it. Any case, guys, so get those submission in, send those your essays, and Donna and I will actually analyze them and duke it out later. And if the winner is listening to me right now, you can PayPal me. I'll send you my address. Speaking of bribes,
Dark chocolate. That's how you bribe me.
oh, okay. Funny that you mentioned that because today I received a large bar of dark. Is it? I believe it was actually German dark chocolate for some reason. It
Where's
says German.
mine?
I'll get you some. I'll get you some. So no worries. Your stuff is coming. Your stuff is coming. Anyways, guys. So now that we know what to do with the essay challenge, we are going to go to the rest of the QA. And I believe we have other question by Francis. Uh, Francis asks, "Can the video play in a smaller window while the viewer is still shopping?" Uh, that will mean a pop-up, and I believe we don't have that in GrooveKart yet. But you can make it actually add it to the product if you're interested on showing that as a product. You can add it in the product page as well. Remember, you can add a lot of elements now in your GrooveKart. So. And let's see if there's any other questions. And well, as always, guys, explore things with GrooveKart. Learn it because we have done a lot of changes. We have done a lot of updates and upgrades that a lot of people are still confused. But if you hit a roadblock somewhere, don't forget to call us or send us an email. Visit the support pages. We do have a ton of material right now, and we're going to be doing more material soon. We're going to be redoing a lot of the videos for GrooveKart because I know.
John,
Yep.
Jeff has a question. Did you see it? You sound like you're wrapping up, so I don't want to miss Jeff's.
Oh no. No, I was not wrapping up, but I was just.
You started to sound like you were wrapping up. Sorry.
We
Jeff
still
wants
got
to know if you can put a search bar in the header.
the search bar in the header. Not at
There's
the
an icon, but can you put a bar? Can you put the whole bar in the header?
of the home page or the product page.
Yes.
Okay.
Same question, both pages. If you
In
made a
both
distinction,
pages.
is there?
Well, do you mind showing your screen in the store so I can have a graphical element to go by and
Sure.
perhaps respond properly?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So see here, there's a search.
Feature here, correct?
Yeah. But can the search bar appear versus just the little magnifying glass?
I believe in a note. Yes, it can. It actually, we do have, and we're working towards this because we do have options on the templates. That actually has to do with the theme of your store. And Donna, if you don't mind, let's go back to the editor really quickly.
And then project page is the same way. That's all going to be what's in the header, right?
Correct. That's in the header. Yeah, and the header stuff can actually be changed if you click on pages.
Oh, I'll click on pages.
Actually, themes. You were right. It's on the themes.
It's here though, right? First click to edit layout.
Yep. And then you can change the theme. These themes are a little bit different. So we're right now using the dropship theme, but if you, let's say, click on the groove zone, then you can click OK.
Where does one see these themes? Oh, look, there's a search bar.
There's a search bar. So, but then you have to have in mind that these items are changing. And right now, this is one of the updates that we're doing soon, which is updating so we can change those elements. So, but you see, you can, meaning changing the colors and things of that nature. So,
well, I want the theme that's called awesome.
Well, there it is. And you know what? It will actually look good in your store. We just need to come up with a very nice icon. And I have an idea on your icon, on your logo. So we'll update that for you. So that is where you change the options. And again, this will have, for what I understand, will have the options and the abilities to change colors and other situations. So, but again, we're working on it. but that's where you change the actual header. That was Jeff, right?
That was, yes, it was Jeff.
Perfect. And do we have any other questions?
I think Francis says maybe I should submit my application for the GROOVEKART challenge. Absolutely, you should. Absolutely.
Francis, of course you can. I mean, it will give me the time that we're actually working together. So, and let's just have QA. But as always, as we do every week, we do have another little assignment. The assignment is just what Francis mentioned. Work on your essay. And you know what? I'm just going to tell the joke anyways because I think it's a cute joke.
I knew you were going to.
It happens to me all the time because you see, I'm a short guy, and there was a point in my life that I tried to join a gang in East Los Angeles, and they called me paragraph because I was so short because I never made it to an essay. Let's see who got it. Let's see who got it. I hear nobody's laughing, so I don't hear the bells ringing. So
We're actually, somebody just said, Eldon just said we're presently not streaming on Facebook. So I wonder if StreamYard went down.
No, it has the check marks and it has the actual on YouTube as well.
Looks like it's streaming for us, so we'll keep talking.
Yeah, if somebody else can actually make sure that we are streaming live in Facebook, raise their hands. Or press a 7.
David,
We
yeah.
actually didn't lose any viewers from then, so I'm not quite sure if this is still on or not, but
Well, we'll keep talking.
I'm seeing us here on Facebook, so
And that talking head, ladies and gentlemen, was actually David Lemon, which actually works really hard to provide a lot of videos for or Groove pages, which
He's
is
awesome.
making a phenomenal job doing that. So thank you, David. Well, we do have 4 more minutes. Anything that we need to cover, Donna, that we haven't covered today?
I think, oh wait, we have one question from Joe, which is one last question. I built a homepage in GROOVEKART Studio. Can I import that into the Visual Builder and make it my homepage there instead of having to do the process all over again, or do I need to rebuild it?
Yes, unfortunately, since the Visual Builder was kind of a new aspect for us to make sure that Groove Pages and Groove Card kind of combine itself. Unfortunately, it might need to be rebuilt. But Joe, do me a favor. I will definitely love to take a look at your page and take a look what challenges you're having because you are the third case this week that actually have done pages using the old editor. So I will be more than glad to give you a hand and discover more of the issues because this is how we learn also in our department to make sure that we have the right answers by actually just doing the work. So we just don't, oh, no, it can be done. No, let's take a look together. And please do send me an email to support@groovedigital.com and with the link with your page so we can take a look and how we can recreate those pages faster if we cannot import them. So I hope that actually answers the question. And guys, right now is 7:28. I think unless we have more questions, which I believe we don't.
Nope, doesn't look that way. I think we're done for the day.
I think we are okay. Perfect, guys. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. So Donna, thank you so much for being today and being so awesome as always. And let's guys have a great week. We will see you next Thursday at the same time. I know tomorrow we have a very cool webinar with Mr. Macfield Same. Don't miss it if you are in the group. And also the lemonade. David, you can probably go on camera and make my face smaller. So you can actually join us and let us know what you're doing for the rest of the week. That will be kind of cool.
So today we did an awesome lemonade session. It was a Q&A. We had a couple of interesting questions that I couldn't answer, so I will be getting back to people with those. But on tomorrow, I'm just doing something random tomorrow because I cannot wait for Mike's presentation. I'm so pumped. I will just do whatever so I can just wait for that presentation.
Awesome.
And then on Monday, I'm doing a live build. I'm not quite sure if I will be jumping on Groove Pages or Groove Cart. So this is still, I am unsure. We'll just need to see how it works.
Oh, you're gonna jump to the dark side, my friend. So join us in the
I
dark
am, yeah.
side. The dark
So
side is
exciting.
cooler. All
Yeah.
right, guys. So thanks, David. We appreciate everything that you do with us, man, every Thursday. I know what way you are is late, and he's really late. So thank you.
It's okay.
All right. Awesome. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for everybody in the stream today. It was awesome as always. Thank you, Donna, so much for allowing us to play with your store, with your art. But I do have extra homework for you. Don't forget to add more pictures
Yes, sir.
because we want to make sure that we can sell your pictures. So, and we can develop more products. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you very much for everybody that attended our live today. And you have a great weekend. And
Bye, everyone.
see
Get your
you
things
next
in.
week.
See ya.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye bye.